And yesterday, it leaks out that he has another meeting with Rex Tillerson, the CEO of ExxonMobil, and that Rex Tillerson is likely to be named Secretary of State in the coming week. Rex Tillerson has received a high award from the Russian government. Rex Tillerson has cut a lot of deals with the Russian government. Rex Tillerson is described personally as a friend of Putin, if you will. So Donald Trump is not stepping back from this. He's essentially poking again as he does this. Listen to him. He's on Fox News Sunday today, Donald Trump. He doesn't confirm that Rex Tillerson is the pick, but he speaks quite favorably.
Well, in his case, he's much more than a business executive. I mean, he's a world-class player. He's in charge of, I guess, the largest company in the world. To me, a great advantage is he knows many of the players, and he knows them well. He does massive deals in Russia. He does massive deals for the company, not for himself, for the company.
Now, that's Donald Trump on Rex Tillerson. Let's bring quickly in here John McCain, who you spoke to about this yesterday. John McCain maybe thinks Rex Tillerson's a big player, but...
The concerns of reports of his relationship with Vladimir Putin, who is a thug and a murderer, and we will have hearings on that issue and other issues concerning him.
It was interesting to hear McCain come out aggressively against him so early. McCain has been actually pretty cautious in criticizing Trump. He actually doesn't want to talk about Trump. He's made that very, very clear in multiple interviews. It just shows that this could be a difficult confirmation process if Tillerson does not assuage those those defense hawks, those people who are very skeptical of Russia. Because if he loses 2 or 3 Republican votes and Democrats vote against him, he will not get confirmed. That's going to be a big hurdle for him going
And there are
forward.
some within Trump's inner circle who are a little bit hesitant about this Tillerson pick and have been advising him against it just for that exact reason, saying that this is the one pick that really could run into some resistance.
Well, you'll have Democrats going after him on climate issues, on big oil issues, although Tillerson inside of Exxon has sent a lot of money into renewable fuels and doing the research, although he still represents big oil. So the Democrats will come at him there. Will he become a proxy just for the Republicans who just want to take a few...
So this is what I wonder. I'm open to the idea that an unconventional pick at Secretary of State could be effective, and that a player who knows people all over the world is something that we can consider. But what concerns me is the consistency of this attitude toward Russia that seems quite friendly. And I think that the Senate, if they want to assert their power along this transition, that this might be the place they do it.
And there's 48 Democrats coming in. You need 3 Republicans. If people like Joe Manchin, don't sort of peel away to stop a pick like this. The other interesting point is, by all accounts, it was down to sort of Mitt Romney, who called Russia the chief geopolitical foe, and Rex Tillerson, who has a close relationship with Vladimir Putin. So it is a striking tone that Trump is setting in going with Tillerson over Mitt Romney at this juncture.
Not just insider, outsider, establishment, anti-establishment. You're right, completely, starkly different views on